I appreciate the honor, excuse me, and the chance to speak to you all today. This has really been a tough but wonderful weekend to be here with all of you, to see old friends, to rekindle relationships and the like. I'm the guy that Coach K left at the train station. However, that was never, ever an issue with me making my decision to come to this school. Like a lot of the other folks that have spoken earlier about Coach K and making the call to come in, or about the event, the reunion, I took the call and I said, yeah, sure, Coach, not a problem. I'll be there. He was following up with calls and everything, and I wasn't at the house. I had been busy and things like that. So my daughter, Taylor, who's a 17-year-old, is at the house taking the calls and everything. So on Sunday, Taylor leaves to go to a service project with her high school. And I tell her, I said, honey, I'm going to be gone for the week. I'll see you when I get back. It was her birthday. I told her happy birthday. I'll catch you Monday morning. And I said, I'm going down to Bethany, and she looks at me and she says, tell Coach K I said hello. Now, Taylor has never seen or met Coach K, but I understand that there have been some conversations between Taylor and Coach K in those times that I haven't been home. So, Coach, thank you. You've made an impression on a young girl. The Bethany experience for me has been one that I've treasured all my life. It's an experience that I hold up there with being a father and a husband. I struggled for some time on what I will speak to you all about today. And I reflected on this a number of times, and kind of like Mark did, I had gone through and written a number of different speeches. And none of them seemed to fit what I really wanted to say. This weekend is kind of, I figured it all out. It was about being a part of a fraternity. It was about being a part of a family. It was about a man and a bunch of other men coming to one side and making you a better person, who was sharing with you, who was providing you leadership, who nurtured you, and who allowed you to grow. I came here to Bethany in 1980 searching for an opportunity. Coach Kessinger provided me that opportunity and more. And to that, I say thank you. So I need to straighten the story up about the Newton thing, because John, you've just really blown it out of proportion. I was in junior college in Iowa. I had played for the coach that Coach K and Coach Sambo had at Augustana. Back in the day, there were no phones in the rooms. The phones were in the hallways, and there was a guy on my floor that was always on the phone. So I think Coach K may have talked to this guy more than he's ever talked to me. But Coach and I we struck up a relationship, and he said, hey, I want you to come down to Bethany and take a look. I said, okay. Made the arrangements, got on the train coming out of Chicago, and got into Newton, Kansas at 3:30 in the morning. Well, you can imagine 3:30 in the morning in Newton, Kansas isn't a hotbed of activity. I think 5 o'clock in Newton is not the hot time. So I waited, and I waited. And it was me and a little old lady who was waiting for somebody to pick her up. And we kind of were guessing to see who was going to get picked up first. Well, she beat me. I finally get a hold of the office and talk to the secretary, and she says, okay, somebody will be right there, and we'll get you to campus. So about 12 o'clock, somebody rides up, hey, I'm here to take you to school. Talk to Coach briefly and walk to campus with one of the admissions officer, Dan McKinney for that fact. And at which point I was just awash with the place. There was something that was unspeakable. There was something that touched me that it wasn't love at first sight. It was a feeling of, hey, I could grow here. I can be successful here. Fast forward on the story, meet with Coach, I go back home, I talk to my folks, we say, okay, this is the thing we're gonna do. I commit to Coach, and he tells me what's gonna happen. You know, you'll get your admissions packet, blah, 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 and we'll send you a letter of intent. Well, I admit to saying that when we were doing the walk through the campus, we had run into Coach Krob, and Coach Krob had asked me some questions, and I said, yeah, you know, I've run track, I was a state champion in Wisconsin, you know, I haven't run in a couple of years, blah, blah, blah. So, back to the point where I come and waiting for the letter of intent. I share this with my brother. The letter comes in, you know, it's a big thing for me at that time, it's 1980. And I open the letter of intent, and it's from Coach Krob. Coach K hadn't sent me the letter of intent, so I at which point think, okay, he's left me at the training station. I've committed to the place. What more is there? I get the letter of intent. It's all good. I come to Bethany, and again, it is the start of a journey in my life that I cannot tell you. I can't express in words how much this whole thing has meant to me. I want to say two things, or a couple things about a couple people, and then I'm done, because I know that I have not even followed what I've written down in the paper because I've become emotional. Coach Sambo, I see him waving back. I had an opportunity of playing on both sides of the ball there for a little bit, and there was the cruel realization that your skill set is inferior when you just can't get things right. And Coach Sambo was there to help me get things right. And when I went on to coach in high school, I had a little bit of a mantra, and when things were, you know, I could question things or didn't understand things, I had a what would Gary Sambo do? And I thank you for that opportunity, for your frankness, for your love, for being who you are. I think that you have done more than you will ever imagine to help all of us. To John Daniels. John was here about a year after I got here. And John became a mentor, a friend, and a person I hold very dear to my heart, and I wish you nothing but success in your next work life. And then finally, Coach K. You know, they say in life, you can count your friends on your single hand. And I'm fortunate to say that you've given me more than what you promised me or what we talked about in that recruitment. And it wasn't just an opportunity to play football or an education. It was your friendship. And to that, I'm eternally grateful for you and everything you've done. Thank you.